Welcome everyone again to Marvelous Gains. Today we will talk about classic electrodes IPO SWOT analysis. Please remember this video content is purely for educational purposes and should not be considered as a financial advice, investment advice, or recommendation to buy or sell any securities. So today what we are going to do is we are going to see what are the strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats of classic electrodes IPO, and after that we will provide you some recommendations whether to go to the IPO, subscribe to the IPO. Please remember it's an SME IPO, so you have to block a big chunk of your money. Okay, let's see the strengths. If you see the strength, the company has an 27 years of experience or presence in the industry. It's established 27 years of experience in building consumables. They have a good brand reputation in electrodes and MIG wires. They have a diverse certified product range. They cover multiple building solutions with BIS certifications, and they have approvals from institutional buyers. With regards to their revenue and profit, their revenue grew from 134 CR to 194 CR. That is like an 44% increase in their revenue. And the PAT surged from 1.45 CR to 12.28 CR. That is something like 700%, more than 700%. The company is showing healthy margins in return on net worth and ROCE. Return on net worth is around 22%, ROCE is around 18%, and their EBITDA margins are also improving, which is currently at 10%. Then they have modern manufacturing facilities. These facilities are located in West Bengal, Haryana, and they are very strategically placed across North and East Indian markets. Especially the company has very lot of export opportunities. The company has licenses and certifications supporting international expansion. So having done with strength, like look at the weakness of the companies. The weakness, the first weakness is regarding governance and compliance concerns. These are like missing historical corporate records, audit issues issued under MSMED Act of 2006, and they have lot of pending litigations about it. They have an high promoter dependency. Promoter provide personal guarantees for borrowings. Management team lacks listed company experience. So this could be some kind of weakness for them right now. They have an the working capital for them is very it's a very working capital intensive company, and they depend very much on timely payment from customers. Any kind of delay in receivable days can strain their liquidity. Now, coming to the geographic concentration, they have plants in two states. And if anything happens to these two states where they are operating from, the production could get disrupted. Let's see. As I told you before, this is an SME IPO. So the minimum investment for a retail is around 2.78 lakh in this IPO, which is a drawback, or you can say a weakness, to see a lot of participation from retail segment. Now let's look at some opportunities which should be very interesting. Let's see, like the infrastructure demand and manufacturing demand is growing for them. They have an expanding steel engineering and construction activity, increasing demand for building consumables as well. Indian government is now focusing on Make in India and reducing imports, which makes them favorable for classic electrodes. The IPO funds will be mainly used for expansion and their with a working capital requirement and scaling up their business. Yeah, and one more important point, if you look at the valuations, you can look into detailed valuations. I will not cover all those things. I want to save the time. They are doing well against their listed peers like Adore Building, DNH India, which trade at a PE of around 28 to 24, wherein Classic is placed at around 15x, which actually is very good for the company in terms of comparison. The company has lot of potential to grow exports since they have lot of certifications and they have lot of licenses to grow out of India. Now, finally, looking at the threats, and after that, we'll come at a conclusion or a recommendation. What should we be doing with this IPO? The threats are basically raw material volatility, like the prices of steels and alloys directly impact their margins. Cyclical demand, business linked to industrial and infrastructure cycles, downturn, reduced demands. They have high competition both from Adore and ISAP, which are like unorganized sector players creating unnecessary pricing pressures. The SME listing liquidity risk, like as I told you, it's an SME IPO, so lower liquidity, we can expect lower liquidity and higher volatility in SME segment. Difficult to exit for small investors. That's a big drawback. They have regulatory and legal risks, as I told, MSMAD of 2006 Act, wherein there are a lot of litigation spending which can impact or hurt their operations. And finally, the promoter and management risk. As I told you, uh, the promoter may not have that kind of listing experience. So any change in promoter support or inability to attract professional leadership could harm the company's growth in the future. So that is overall about the SWOT. And now finally we will come to the last slide wherein we provide you a recommendation to subscribe. See over here the subscribe is only given due to the listing gains that the company is expecting. We are expecting a listing gains of around 25 to 30%, which is comparatively good in this SME segment as of now, seeing the last week performance of SME IPOs, wherein it is also attractive against their peers and their valuations. And if you are going to look for a long term, please consider uh, recommendations from brokers, do your own market research, and do your investments very carefully. So, Classic has built a solid base with strong financial growth and they have strong industry tailwinds. So, the company is very stable as such. But the weakness and threats like government lapses, compliance issues, working capital stress, and SME risks are the red flags. So overall, it is suitable only for short-term listing gains given the GMP and valuations, but long-term investors must factor in the other risk involved. Thank you everyone for watching this video on Classic Electrodes. Hope this information is useful and please comment whether we should come out with more videos like this. Also, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.